Toni Braxton benefited from having boundaries. Boundaries, rules, regulations, and guidelines really helps a person. It actually helps a person move correctly and accordingly, and not have to suffer from too many mistakes, and then have to suffer from those countless mistakes afterwards. So by her having a level of discipline at an early age gave her a good character, pretty good intangibles, a good personality, good behavior, and habits. She didn't have a bunch of kids in her teen years, had a good observation and outlook on life from being disciplined. It helped her mature at an early age and made her be more responsible. So she got a lot of values, morals, and benefits from being restrained instead of her just having lots of sex with random guys, lots of drinks, and partying a lot. Now check this out. The only problem I had with what she said was I wish she would have said that she wished her parents would have gave her a lot more freedom and leeway to do what she wanted to do instead of just saying, because she basically was saying, I wish I could have been hoish. I wish I could have been a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because see, when you have a lot of influence, things you say, people that look up to you, they take that, because it could have been somebody else in a real religious family, you know, a daughter looking at her dad saying, man, I don't want to look back in my 50s and be like, I wish I could have did more. And then hey, she could take that and start wilding once she get out of school. Because I have been with females that went to school was real religious, man. Now I know, man, 2 or 3 only got 2 or 3 kids now. You know, so I'm talking about different guys, like they've been really getting around for real. So I mean, when you do that, you know, you got a lot of influence. You got to watch what you say. But you know, she grown. But I just wish she would have said, I wish my parents would have gave me and my sisters a little more leeway and a little more freedom, instead of saying, I wish I was, I could have been a little more hoish or a hoe back then. You know, in my 20s and 30s. Because I'll say this too. Her dad really shaped her mental and physical imprint. You know, he was trying to let her know, hey, this is the type of guy you're going to need to run a household. You know what I'm saying? When you get married, you want a man that's about principles, integrity, character. You know what I'm saying? That can be stoic, not libertine, and just know how to run a household, be responsible, handle the major responsibility inside and outside the household. You know, how to run a household, how to take care of one, how to take care of his wife, how to take care of his kids. So he really shaped and molded her mental imprint as well as her physical imprint, because she couldn't have been able to sleep with a lot of guys, so they helped her physical imprint a lot too. And she got married at an early age, but now if she really wanted to be a little hoish, she could have been that after her first marriage. She could have said, you know what, after this right here, when I get out of this, hey, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, do what I've been wanting to do, is go around here. But I'm thinking that she didn't want to have that label on her as being like a hoe or a slut or something like that. She didn't want to have that name on her. That's why she really stayed away from that. You know what I'm saying? But I believe her parents, man, raised her right. They gave her boundaries, rules, regulations, and guidelines, man. And now I hope her dad. I wish her dad wasn't too strict, because those like real religious parents, man, especially back in those days, they was like real strict, man. I know I got some partners, man, was raised in a Christian household. Hey, man, they run their household like a military. You know what I'm saying? Like the bed gotta be like, man, made when they leave. I'm talking they gotta be like no wrinkles in the clothes, and shoes gotta be sparkling. Like, I'm talking about clothes out the cleaners. Like, man, like those real religious parents, man, they really run they household with an iron fist. And she learned how to just, you know, run a household, be a mom, because I know she watched her mom, how she would interact with her dad and stuff like that. You know what it takes to be a wife and be a mom. So it really benefited her, man, because she seen it. A lot of kids, see, what Toni Braxton is saying at a young age, a lot of kids could benefit from that now, man, because there's a lot of women and men, man, that didn't have a lot of boundaries back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Especially like now, too. Like, when Toni Braxton was coming up, her family ate at the table. Now, you go in households now, nobody at the table. Everybody in the rooms or sitting in the living room watching TV. So, and if you go back and you watch the Family Matters, when Harriet was cooking, Eddie and Lori and all them was sitting at the table, even the mom, the grandma, they would have to sit there, man, until Carl got home. Because Harriet would always tell him, nuh-uh, don't touch that until your father gets home. She said father. She didn't even say that. She called him father. So, you know, the dad back then ran their household with an iron fist back then. And the man was really the leader of the house back then, like for sure. Not like now, you know, you got women talking about, you know, I don't want to submit. No, man, back then, them houses was ran like, you know what I'm saying? The dad was the leader for real. The father ran the house with an iron fist for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, man, like, Harriet even said that. Don't touch that food till your father get here. And my mom Did the same thing with my dad. We would always like be at the table, ready, my stomach growling. Hey, don't touch that food till your father gets here. You know what I'm saying? So I benefited from that too, but having a lot of boundaries coming up too. But the only thing I had a problem with was her saying, I wish I could have been a little more hoish back then. Been a little more of a hoe back then. But I just believe she was scared of that label of being a slut or a hoe or something like that, because after her first marriage, see, I'm going to say it like this. Women choose who they want to have sex with. See, men got a campaign. And all sex is entertainment. And then when it's over, it's just memories to look back on. That's all it is. Entertainment and then memories. So, I don't know what Toni Braxton could have got out of having more sex, because it wouldn't have helped her improve on being a better person, a better a woman, a better mom, or a better wife. So, I don't know what extra sex and partying and drinking would have did for her to improve on her as a person. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I understand what she's saying. She wish she could have did a little more. But, extra pipe wouldn't have helped her improve her as a woman, or as a mom, as a wife, as a human being. You know what I'm saying? It just would have been entertainment and then memories. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'll just say this too. When you discipline your child, that's really demonstrating to your child that you love them, because love is not just an expression, it's a demonstration. Because it's like this. Like when I was a child, my mom didn't really hit me. She would take things away that I loved the most. And since I was so competitive, I was real competitive, and she would always take my sports away from me and all the games that I liked playing. And she knew that would hurt me. And that was like giving me a death sentence, man. Like I was on death row. Like I would hear my friends outside playing, and I knew I couldn't go outside, man. I couldn't play the game either. It's already hurt me because I can't go outside. Then I can't play the game either. And I'm hearing my friends, Fred, oh man, you on punishment, man. Oh, they out there having fun, kicking it, man, and hollering and screaming. Man, I'm in my room, man, just hurting, man. So she knew at a young age, hey, since he's so competitive, take the things away that he loved doing. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I do it. See, that's what I do with my daughter. So I got her a car, and I told her mom we would always take her transportation away from her. See, that's demonstrating that you love your child, because see, when you let your child get away with so much and you're not correcting their mistakes and disciplining them, you're really spoiling them. You know what I'm saying? You're really spoiling the child. But how you discipline the child is disciplining them. You know what I'm saying? You discipline the child and you're raising them at the same time. Because see, when you do that, you're saying, hey, this is wrong, don't do it again. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say this. This is how you spoil a child. Let's say you say you have a son. Your son get locked up. Let's just say it was over something simple. Okay. Now, you bail him out. That's the right thing to do, right? But let's just say this. He keep going back to jail over the same thing over and over again. But instead of you just saying, you know what, hey, next time you're going to learn from your mistakes, but you keep bailing him out. See, you spoiling that child. You're not teaching him, you're not raising him right. You're not demonstrating that you love that child. But now, let's say you bailing that child out again. Okay? But now he go in for the same thing. Now you let him sit there and learn from his lesson. That's demonstrating how you love a child. And that's how you discipline a child. And that's how you raise a child. You see what I'm saying? But you keep burning them out. All you doing is spoiling them. See, you just spoiling them. Now he ain't learning nothing. See what I'm saying? He ain't learning from none of his mistakes. All he know is, hey, when I get in trouble, my dad and my mom gonna bum me out. But if you sit there and let him sit in there again after he did the same thing, now you raising him right. Now you demonstrate that you love that child. Now you raising him up now. Because now he know, hey, if I make the same mistake again, I got to sit here until I can, whatever, 30 days, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months now. You see what I'm saying? So, Toni Braxton benefited from having boundaries at a young age, because, man, it shaped her mental imprint on life and her physical imprint. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman's imprint, like it is the first 3 guys. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, she's dealing with Birdman, but, still, I haven't heard nothing bad about Toni Braxton, like being a bad woman, or having a name, and being stuff. So, man, like I said, man, she benefited from having a lot of boundaries, man. Because I haven't heard nothing bad about Toni Braxton at all. You know what I'm saying? All I heard was she could sing, be a good woman. Her parents helped her achieve her career. She's been successful. You know what I'm saying? Even though she, that bank was the problem, but other than that, man, Toni been having it going on for a long time. And if she wanted to, man, she could have been left her first marriage and just been out there, but she didn't do it. So, hey, her parents did a great job of raising that woman, man, and the rest of the kids that they have. So that's all I gotta say about that player. Her family did the right thing, in my opinion. All right.